So living in Minnesota, right? I'm from Chicago. I never expected to be living in Minnesota. But this is where I met my wife, and so this was a great place to start living, I guess. But also, I wanted to be a police officer, and that was coming out of high school. I wanted to be a police officer. I joined the military, and so through that process of going to school and learning a million different things, it shifted towards sociology, and that also shifted towards helping and working with students and doing internships with police officers to see that where I needed to invest my time in was in schools, and so that's something that definitely changed from where I was when I was 18 to currently now. Is just the experiences that I've been through in college and in the military to help me kind of evolve to where I'm at and what I'm doing right now.
I was told that I'd have to write like 10-page papers in college, and that seemed impossible. I did end up writing 10-page papers, and I actually now am a published author. And I guess my point is just that if you sort of follow the process in college, in school and in college, you can do things that you didn't realize you could do.
One skill that has served me well when life is unexpected, maybe not so much a skill, but a value or a mindset, one that we've talked about here a couple times, is optimism. I find that when I encounter challenges, it's been really helpful for me to think positive about the situation and be solutions oriented rather than getting down or dwelling on all the things that are terrible about the situation. I find it really helpful to think of all the possibilities that live in the situation, or kind of all the bright spots even in negative situations.
I think that the main skill that helps me get through the unexpected times is making sure to live as much as you can in the present. It's very easy to get caught up in the drama of what's happened in the past, even if it's the recent past or the distant past. And it's also really easy to worry about what's about to happen in the future or the distant future. And what that inevitably does is it makes you incapable of really operating at your best self in the moment. So I would just say, like, live in the moment, try to experience it to its fullest. Yeah.
I think that's a really good question. I think this idea of locus of control has served me well. I think when life is unexpected, we can tend to blame or get frustrated. It feels like a barrier pops up and we've got to get around it. And so I think this idea of asking this question, well, what can I do in this moment? And a belief that there's always something I can do, even if there are 20 things I can't do, has helped me feel successful and feel like motivated to keep going.
I think my high school self would be really impressed with how confident I am about myself now. In high school, I was good at a lot of things, but I didn't inside feel like I was really that good of a person, or that I would go anywhere in life, or that I really deserved good things. I didn't feel great about all the things I was doing. I always had like a voice in the back of my head that said that it's probably not going to work out, that something's going to go wrong. But I just kept up the habits that I had in high school. I kept studying, I kept signing up for things and joining student groups. I kept working hard, and I kept all the doors open for myself. And at this point, I can say that, like, I do actually deserve what I've got. I actually feel really good about all the choices that I've made, and I feel like I can look back at my 17-year-old self and feel proud.
My high school self would think of my now self probably fairly positively. I think when I was in high school, I wanted to be a lawyer. But I think my high school self would have been proud of me now, using my skills like kindness, service, trying to get smarter, staying around sports to stay active and healthy. Just good life decisions that I ended up making, even though it wasn't exactly what I had planned when I was in high school.
I think my high school self would be both really surprised and also really happy with where life's taken me. I never in a million years thought I would work in education. I was very sure in high school I was going to be a lawyer or a journalist, and I got into college, and as I went through, I just realized those weren't good fits for me. And I didn't really figure out that I wanted to work in education until the last semester of my senior year in college. So it took a while, but I chose to study things that I was passionate about, and that eventually led me to a career that I was really passionate about. And I'm really happy with where I'm at.
Wow, if I could talk to my 18-year-old self, I would definitely have a talk about priorities and what matters and what doesn't. I don't remember any of the sort of like petty grievances I had when I was 18 or the people who were annoying me. And I'm sure that was really big in my mind then. And now that's just dissolved with the passage of time. But I would also say to focus on, focus on like learning and not on grades, right? Like focus on like growth and not on test scores. And of course I'm a teacher, and so I say these things, but actually I don't remember what my GPA was, and I got into a college that I wanted to go to, and I had a good time there. But like what has enriched me more are like the things that I learned along the way in school and out. So like have experiences and like enjoy books and like be in it for the right reasons.
I think that my now self would say to my high school self to take the time to really explore and figure out what you want, not what anybody else wants, but like what you want to do with your life. And then as you are in college, getting ready for college, taking these classes, don't be afraid for like your passions to change your mind, because getting to know yourself is the greatest adventure of life.
Hi, I'm gonna answer the what would your now self say to your high school self? Hey Joe, you're doing okay. But you really should stop caring what people think. You know who the people are that don't matter. Once you graduate, you're like never gonna see them again. You're gonna see them like once in homecoming, then you're literally never gonna see these people again. So like focus on the people who support you and who are nice to you, and focus on that. I think I would tell myself like yes to every time I took like a hard class, or I was like, oh, I could take an easier class, and then I'd have more time with my friends. Like it felt like it paid off in college. So definitely always take that challenge, even if it seems like the wrong choice.
Looking back at my high school experience, I kind of took things in stride and I took care of business, but I think I lacked a little bit of fun in my life. Definitely going into college, I think relax, know that you're going to get the work done, take care of business, but also enjoy it too. And honestly, I surprise myself now as an adult, and you will as well, that all those adult skills that you're working towards and preparing for, they're going to fall into place, and you're going to surprise yourself on how great you are, and you're just going to handle everything. It's going to be awesome.
Watch out for the buffets in college. You're going to gain the freshman 15 twice. It's a real thing. Mom isn't there to say another corn dog, so just be careful of that. Maybe work on some self-control your senior year. I think I would say that to my younger self.
Miss Phoebe, what's something you would tell your high school self?
You're not gonna marry him.
But no, I was okay in high school. There's a lot of things I tragically wish I could warn myself about, but I don't think I can. But no, I think I would just tell myself to stay positive and listen more to what I knew was right. I think I kind of had a gut feeling about certain stuff, but I kind of went with the flow a lot. So I guess just trust yourself more, young Joe. That's what I would say to myself.